It seems like Bitcoin is creating the perfect setup for a massive breakout to the top side. So let's talk about that within this new update video, because clearly a lot of Bitcoin charts are currently indicating that a massive move could be very close. So let's talk about that within this new update video. We will also cover Ethereum and altcoins, and from there guys, make sure you watch and like my latest YouTube video and subscribe on the channel, and so from there we can dive in towards this update video of today. Because what we are currently seeing for the Bitcoin price is that we are creating a perfect setup for a massive breakout to the top side, as I said in the intro. And basically what's happening currently is that the RSI is breaking out for Bitcoin, so Bitcoin is gaining a lot of momentum currently. The RSI is clearly breaking out of this massive downtrend, and that's exactly happening on the bottoming point if we compare Bitcoin with the global liquidity. And we know, if we take a look into our global liquidity chart with a 100 days lag, the global liquidity is moving to the top side from here, and normally Bitcoin tends to follow. So that we are seeing that RSI breakout exactly in that bottoming zone once we compare Bitcoin with the global liquidity is indicating to us that history is currently exactly repeating, and seems like the correlation with the global liquidity is once again going to play out. And if that's going to happen, then we are looking at some insane Bitcoin price targets of over $150,000. So that is absolutely massive, and I don't actually think we are going to hit such a high price target, but I do think Bitcoin will be following the global liquidity to somewhat of an extent, and that will definitely mean a massive move to the upside. So I must say that chart is making me quite excited. And also Bitcoin created this massive falling wedge, which is also an insanely bullish pattern. Currently it seems like Bitcoin is initiating the breakout, so if we are going to see continuation of that trend, Bitcoin could be making a massive breakout out of this falling wedge. So also that is looking quite interesting. And if we zoom out a little bit, we can clearly see that Bitcoin has always been breaking out of this massive consolidation phases, and afterwards it always saw a massive move to the upside. So this is looking quite interesting. The Bitcoin chart is looking quite bullish currently, but the most important thing for Bitcoin now is to be reclaiming those EMA ribbons, because Bitcoin is close to be initiating a new uptrend, and if it does so, we can basically validate this as a new Bitcoin uptrend, and that will ultimately be super bullish, because that's what we are looking for if we want to see more upside price action, for example. And also on-chain data is turning more bullish currently, because the Bitcoin apparent demand is recovering, which is definitely something you want to see in a bull market, and I do feel like the reversal is getting close currently. So let's see how this is going to play out. Also, the Fed keeps hinting on QE, because they recently said that if the tariff inflation effect remains small, could come later this year, and that will ultimately also be super bullish for Bitcoin. And guys, if you want to trade Bitcoin altcoins yourself, make sure you do it on Blovin. I have links to the platform below under my latest YouTube video. Yeah, make sure you check it out if you get interested in trading Bitcoin and altcoins by these update videos, and you can simply find the link under my latest YouTube video there. Yeah, make sure to check it out if you want to do so, because currently you can also claim some absolutely insane deposit bonuses, so make sure to check it out if you want to claim some free rewards. And from there, let's dive back in towards the content, and from there guys, let's talk about the Ethereum chart, because Ethereum is also looking quite interesting. We are basically trading in this massive triangle, the symmetrical triangle. It seems like basically Ethereum has found some support here, so we could be seeing a bounce from here, and that will ultimately be super bullish, because I do still think Ethereum is about to move higher. I don't think this bull market is currently over, and I do think Ethereum is currently super undervalued, and you can simply see that by, for example, looking at the RSI, because the RSI is basically on the somewhat of the lowest levels ever. On the monthly time frame it's on the lowest level ever, and on the weekly time frame it's almost at the lowest level ever. So that should just indicate to you how undervalued Ethereum actually is. Also, Bitcoin dominance is looking better and better for altcoins in my opinion, because what we are currently seeing on the Bitcoin dominance chart is that we have clearly created a massive resistance zone, basically where we have also found some resistance during the 2021 altcoin season before that massive move to the downside for that Bitcoin dominance. Currently we are trading in that exact same zone, and we are seeing somewhat of resistance also from this upwards trading trend line, and basically that's also a trend line where we have been creating massive wicks in the past, so this is clearly indicating that that this could be a massive resistance zone for the Bitcoin dominance, and if we are going to initiate a move to the downside, that will ultimately be super bullish for altcoins. So also the Bitcoin dominance is looking quite good, but yeah, let's see how this is going to play out. For the Bitcoin dominance to move lower, of course, we first of all need some more positive Ethereum price action. And yeah guys, that was it for today's update video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's update video, and I will see you guys in the next update video tomorrow.